He is back. No one can believe it. The man, the myth, the legend is back. I know I've been off YouTube for like a month. But also Lee Bowyer is back. And I'm here with Swaino to talk about it. Swaino, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, mate. I'm doing well. It's a little glimpse, a little glimmer of hope in our lives. So, yeah, I'm good.
I'm absolutely as buzzing as I can be. Some people might say that I get overexcited when we have new managers. 8 months ago, I may or may not have posted a video saying we're going to get promoted. Listen, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But here we are again, another managerial appointment. Before we get into it, we're going to talk about Bowyer, the Last Supper, a bit of a Reading preview, and whatever else we come up with. But before, if you do want to see more videos like this, more previews, more discussions with myself and Swaino, just hit that like button. It lets me know that you're enjoying this content, and subscribe if you're new. And also, make sure you're here for the watch along tomorrow. Let's do this. So, where do we start? Swaino, Bowyer, are you happy?
I am happy. And again, I think we've got to, I tweeted beggars can't be choosers, and I think we've got to be realistic, firstly, about who we wanted and who we want. But I think, given all the choices, I think he is a really good candidate for us, not just because of his history with us, but I just think the kind of personality he is. I think I just watched the YouTube interview, 12-minute interview he gave to Blues TV, which I thought was quite good. And I think he comes across as, I don't know, if I was feeling crap, like all the players probably are, I think he's exactly the sort of person I'd want coming to chat to me, because he seems very sincere, very confident, very calm. And like he said, tell the players they're good, remind them that they're good. So I'm happy with that appointment. I think we could have got someone like Nigel Pearson, who would have been, or Pulis. I don't think that would have been
glad it weren't Pulis. I'm glad it weren't Pulis.
And I think also, just to say, sorry, I always give long answers, but I think whatever happens, whether we stay up or whether we go down, I think he is a manager for next season, and I think that's really important.
Yeah, defo, mate. I totally agree with you. And with your point there, I think that in a way takes a little bit of pressure off us, off Dong, off the owners, because listen, we're in a place now where it's quite realistic that we could go down, and there'd be no one better. I don't even want to think about it, but there'd be no one better, and he'd definitely stick with us. And I don't see any reason why we'd change that, because it wouldn't even be his fault. But like you say, for me, Lee Bowyer gives me that he's Blues, isn't he? He's just Blues. He gives off the vibe that Gary Monk gave, that Gary Rowett gave. That just down to earth, almost working class kind of style. You know what I mean? He's going to say it how it is. He connects with the fans. He understands more than anything. And I think for me as well, it's almost like the first. I feel quite old now because it's the first one. It's one of them where I've seen them play.
Yeah.
And now they're the manager. And I know a few people had it with Rowett, but I think for everyone, the fact that he won a cup with Blues, he was part of our success right before this 10-year decline, and now he's back to try and save us from the brink of League One. It's a story in one. I don't know why Amazon Prime didn't join us for this.
There'd been hundreds of episodes, wouldn't there? I mean, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, I know.
I think you're right. I think I think that is a really good point you make about someone coming in who has not just played for Blues, but played for Blues during their most successful ever period. And I think that's really important, because, managers come in and say, oh, it's a massive club, it's a sleeping dinosaur, all those terrible phrases. Sleeping giant, even. Sleeping dinosaur. That's probably more accurate.
The dinosaur's the one saying it usually. You're Harry Redknapp, you're quoting.
Oh, that was a Freudian slip. But anyway, they come in and say, oh, it's a sleeping giant, all that kind of. But he actually knows. He's, like he says, he's played in the Premier League when we had our best finish ever, and he won a major competition. And I think that on its own is good. You can speak to players having won a competition, having played in the Premier League, but it's with this club that he's managing, and I think that's really important. So he can talk about the winning mentality. Managers all know what it is, what you need to win, but he knows what you need to win at Birmingham. And I think that is so important. And the fact that there are still a few people there, Craig Gardner's one, that he's played with or worked with before. And that's going to be really important. Just final say is, because coming into the club, yes, he'll know about the players. Obviously, he's a manager in the EFL, but he won't know some of those players well enough. And Craig Gardner will be able to tell him about Halilovic, be able to tell him about Bernard's son, and he'll be able to make the right choices based on that.
Yeah, so they're all terrible. They're all terrible. You know what I feel like though? It's one of them where a manager can come in, can say the right things, but I feel like there has been, long before he signed for Blues. I mean, you shared a video yourself. There's an affinity between the Blues fans, the club, and Lee Bowyer himself. And I just think when you like that Charlton away trip where he threw the ball at Pep or whatever, and got sent out, and then we were singing his name. I think deep down everyone knew it was going to happen eventually. Yeah. And I think if anything, it's a smart move from the board as well, to get the fans on side after all this. So we give him the benefit of the doubt again. Yeah. But I'm very happy. It's one of them. You see the way that the fans react, that you react when you watch the video, when you watch his interviews, when you listen to the words that are coming out of that man's mouth, that will reflect on the players. The players are going to feel the same way, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you say, with Monk, with Rowett, had the same energy about them, the same sort of fan reaction, and the players reacted as well. So we never do it the easy way, do we, Swaino?
Never. And I like everyone's thinking, is it actually going to happen? I mean, it's like 55 hours it took from Saturday. That was a bizarre thing, that whole lengthy saga. I mean, part of me thinks, because you remember how long it took to get Karanka in? It took just as long to get him out. Just, oh my God. I wonder how much Trillion Trophy Asia have spent on manager compensation since Gary Rowett.
It's just a direct debit. I'm pretty sure now that will end in about the year 2300 or something. It's ridiculous.
It really is.
So we've got that. I honestly thought the admin had been kidnapped or something. I was quite worried for his safety, but I'm glad he's all right. Glad he's remembered the password or whatever. Now, but it was very strange. Didn't even wish Mikel Forcell a happy birthday, and he didn't have to be a victim in all this. We would have let you wish him happy birthday.
He was an innocent bystander who got hit by a stray bullet. I mean, what? Forcell, hello, 40th birthday, nothing. That's a very good point. It's a very good point. But let's not dwell on the negatives. Well, okay, we've got to mention the Dong situation in that, there was talk or slight rumour that he might be going, if nothing else, because surely he must after another failure. Well, obviously we don't know anything. My one suspicion is that what may have kept him in for now is, right now, getting rid of him and that extra turmoil that would involve, would that just add to the distraction and the traumas? And really, it's a case of deal with that at the end of the season. Let's get the manager in and let him get to work. I don't know.
Maybe, or I don't know. I mean, that guy, honestly, he must be. I don't know how anyone can be that incapable at their own job and still have it, and such a high pay one as well. I mean, if anything, that's his true talent, just managing to keep his job. It's unbelievable. Honestly, fair play. Speaking of Dong, there was a strange incident which Neil Moxey reported on. Great article, a great article, mate. But the Last Supper to celebrate Dong's birthday. Now, I'm a big fan of birthdays. Mine just came around the corner. I was talking about it for like a month. It's just I don't know. I get excited. This one, bit strange, wasn't it? He got everyone round for a meal to celebrate his own birthday, sort of like that kid at school where you were sort of forced to go to his birthday party. Nobody really, you don't even know who they were, but your sort of mom guilt tripped you into it. Okay, let's go there. And it was all about them. And then you realise, I don't know, your girlfriend's dumped you. I don't know.
I was just going to say, Joe, it's like you dumping your girlfriend, right? Saying, I'm sorry, it's not you, it's me. That's it. But it's my birthday tomorrow, so you need to come, and all my family are going to be there, and my new girlfriend, and you've got to come, and I want you to just celebrate with me and then just leave quietly. That's how mad it was.
And but also, can you say that it was you? When I tell my, I'm a bit embarrassed. I don't want to tell my parents that I want to leave you. So can you actually just when you're on the phone, just tell them that it was you?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, can you? How awkward would that have been? Not just for him. I mean, okay, yeah, I'm glad he's gone and everything, but I don't hate him as a person. He's not, I don't despise him. But to do that to him is an appalling thing to do. And all the players, imagine how awkward it must have been. Everyone just sitting there. How do you make small talk with someone? And also, did the players know? Did they know that he'd been sacked?
Listen. Yeah, I've figured out why Dong hasn't been sacked yet. Because Zhao is waiting for his birthday, and he's going to have a meal. He's going to have a meal. He's going to, Dong, you're sacked, but we've got this great meal. Great, got buffet on, got everything, mate. So yeah, come on down. Anyway,
weird.
Let us know again in the comments what you think of that one. Yeah. But let's move on. So we're trying to look at the backroom staff as well. So Bowyer's in. We've still got Gardner. I saw someone on Twitter say get Barry Ferguson in, and it'll be the most aggressive managerial lineup you've ever seen. I'll do it tomorrow.
Great idea.
But yeah, we're not 100% sure of that, are we? But I'm pretty sure Karanka's a lot. Apart from Gardner, have gone.
Gone, and there's two others, but all the Spanish lot, like Karanka's brother and all the other Spanish guys. I think there's about 5 of them. They've all gone. Well, they're not on the Blues website anymore. So there's Gardner, and I think is it the goalkeeping coach? Anyway, there's two other guys.
Yeah.
That's it at the minute. But the Charlton website still shows Lee Bowyer as manager and all of the backroom staff in, so we can't really gauge what's happening there. I mean, normally, yes, they bring most or some of their existing backroom team with them. I would assume that's going to be the case, but we'll have to wait and see. I would think he's not really got time by tomorrow to get them in. It's probably just going to be him and Craigie G, and Craig effing and jeffing on the sidelines.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be an interesting one, and I think, I mean, I'd take them all day over what we had before. I don't even. Honestly, that last game was so frustrating. I don't even want to talk about it. It was shocking. But we've got a new manager now. We've got a game tomorrow, and it's straight into it. And listen, we're not going to turn things around immediately. We're up against a tough side in Reading, but it's just a chance. I just wish we were there, mate. I wish we were there.
If we were there, I would, and I'm sure most people watching this would think, yeah, we've got a really good chance of winning this. We've got, what it's like, not just the new manager bounce, but with us singing One Lee Bowyer and cheering the lads on. And I think, we would get a result tomorrow.
Genuinely, I think there's a fan bounce with Blues. There's a new manager bounce, and there's a fan bounce when you need us or when we're excited about something. It's going to be a difficult one, I think. But it's going to be interesting to see the sort of lineup that he goes for. We've been used to one up front under Karanka. I think Bowyer plays a 4-3-1-2 usually. Okay. Or some sort of diamond in midfield, JJ was saying, but I think he does favour 2 up front. So could be the return of Duke and Hogan together, maybe even Cosgrove. What are your thoughts on that? What team would you like to see Bowyer put out?
Ooh, I would go with people like, I don't know. You see, do you go with a sort of solid defensive? Do you put in Gardner instead of Halilovic? Now, I suppose it comes down to there's that balance of what Craig Gardner says. He gives him his inside view, and the players that Bowyer knows. So it's a different one. Your first game, at the end of the day, we've got to win. We've got to win 5, 6 games out of the last 10, I would guess. And do we start as we mean to go on? Do we have an attacking side, or do we have not a Karanka defensive, but a sort of a more defensive look? I don't know. I literally don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, personally, I'd get Bowyer and Craigie Gardner on in the midfield, but I don't know. I think it'd be good for us to go back to basics. It's what we usually do. 10 games to go. We look like we're in relegation battle, and it's simple football. It's not pretty football. I think I'd like to see us go to up front. I think there's
definitely
a good way to balance it with us. I think I wouldn't really change the back line, but I just think just us having a bit of confidence about ourselves. I'm not sure. I want to see Duke and Hogan up front more than anything. I personally think Gary Gardner would be important for us in a sort of back to basics.
That's what I mean. Yeah, Gardner and Sunic in the middle, and then Sanchez on the wings. But would we be looking at a 4-4-2? Maybe, is that not what we should be doing?
Maybe. I mean, it's something for Bowyer to worry about. I'm guessing. I think the most important thing for us is to just find a way to play it basic, get balls down, get wingers out wide, balls into the box, get Duke's head on it. I'd love to see Duke turn things around for himself in the last 10 games of the season, because he's been completely missing, hasn't he?
He has,
and I feel like for him as well. I feel like Duke's been here since bloody Wembley at this rate.
And there's all these other players like John Terrell. What's even happened to him?
Well, that's the thing. I didn't even think a lot about Karanka's recruitment policy until I actually realised the amount of players we signed in similar positions, the amount of areas that we left weak, and he took responsibility for that recruitment as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So. It really is a frustrating one, man. But let's just hope we can do enough to stay up. We've got to just give Lee Bowyer the backing we need, and then whatever happens, he's the man for the job. He's the one to take us forward. He's got the right attitude, and whatever happens with Blues. But let's pray that he can start next season as a championship manager.
Let's absolutely hope so. But I think you're right, and I think like whatever happens on tomorrow. You can't change things that quickly. But like he said, did you see his interview? Have you seen his interview?
I saw clips from it. I didn't realise he did a full 12 minutes.
Yeah, full 12 minutes. But one of the things he said was, he said he talking about the players and commitment and stuff, and he said if you can look at me in the eye and you can look your teammate in the eye as you come off the pitch and know that you've done everything you can, then I'm happy with that. And you think, that's the kind of back to basics kind of thing, you know what I mean? That you come out and you've worked your knackers off, and if you made a mistake, he said that's it. If you make mistakes, that you run back and you sort it out and you get the ball back, that kind of thing.
That's it, though. That's it. These players are talented players. They're good players. Yeah. It's always been this mentality thing with Blues, and it just has been. And I feel like he's the man that can actually change this into a positive thing. Yeah, change the mentality around, because they're players that can perform. They're talented, like I say.
Like Gary did.
Yeah, 100%.
He stopped them. I've said this to you before. All he really did is he stopped us making mistakes, and that's the thing that costs us more than anything. Because when you make mistakes, A, you can see goals, but B, that knackers your confidence, and that's. We all know that. We watch Blues, and it's like mistake after mistake. We lose the ball, we give it away. We lose the ball, we give it away. And that happens all the way through. And I don't ever doubt the players' endeavour. I don't doubt that. I don't think that they don't run. They run around a lot for little result. Cut out mistakes, and that changes everything for Blues. That's what I reckon.
Yeah, defo. Like just a quick one as well. I made a point, because I was going to do this as just a video, and then I thought I'll give you a shout. I was like, what? Of course, why not? But I was talking about the players and stuff, and I said they've got to take some responsibility, and I accept that. But I'll also accept the fact that, like, how frustrating it must be, because we did see towards the end of Feb, start of March, they were giving their all because they knew they had to turn it around. And then how frustrating must it be to work your ass off for a game, and then the manager goes and makes some stupid substitutions, puts 6 at the back or whatever, piles it all on you, and then you lose. That's just going to throw your motivation out the window. And players need to be motivated. I don't care how much they're paid. They should get up and want to play and want to fight, but they're all human at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all acclimatized. We're all saying if I was on 30 grand a week, I'd give my all. I mean, I'm sure you would, but you acclimatise quickly to any situation. You'd soon forget you're on 30 grand a week. You'd have a car to pay for. You'd have this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And you think, well, this is just my job. It's just human, isn't it? But
and it becomes
anyway.
irrelevant. It does the thing about money does become irrelevant in a positive way because you look at someone like Messi, for example. Well, lots of them, they don't need the money. They're multi-millionaires. They play because they love playing and they want to win, and that's how they get into football. The money's a bonus, great, but when you're playing on the pitch, you're not thinking, "Oh, I could buy another car tonight." You're thinking, "I really want to win this game," and if you don't win it,
And when you're losing on a mad losing streak, or you've got a manager making ridiculous decisions, it's just gonna hit your morale, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
I mean, yeah. We'll wrap this up anyway, because we're hitting 20 minutes. It's flown by.
Wow.
It's flown. It's absolutely flown by. But I'm excited. I'm not expecting fireworks tomorrow, but what I want to see is a committed Blues effort. Everyone in. I want to see the manager on a touchline giving it the big, and that's what I'm looking forward to again. No notepads, Swaino. Throw the notepad.
No shrugging.
I'm sick of that shrug. Honestly, I'm sick of it. I want to see balls thrown across the pitch.
Yes, I want him to get sent off.
Yes. Throw some at the ref, whatever.
Yeah.
I want him to do a Neil Warnock if there's a bad decision. Go up to the refs like this, stand in front of them. Like, that's what I want. I want to see a bit of passion. Look at his face up there. Look at that face. That's him. That's him on a good day. But yeah,
I love it when you're fired up, Joe. This is great. This is what we need.
Oh,
a bit of
God,
passion.
I'm excited. So I know. Thanks for coming on, man. It's been a pleasure. When are you joining the next watch along?
Well, tomorrow.
Go on then. Join me. It's been agreed live. Join me and Swaino tomorrow for the watch along. It's kick off at 7 tomorrow.
They all were tonight, I think. So yeah, it probably is. Yeah.
We'll say 7. We'll say 5 minutes before kick off. 10 to 7, 5 to 7, but it'll be out of my Insta story and everything. But join us for Bowyer's first game. Support from behind the screen. Let us know what you're doing. I'm excited. Let's see if we can get a win. Results have gone our way tonight as well. So whatever we can get, buzzing. I'm excited. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell and hit all as well. So when we do go live or when we do a watch along, it's pinged to your phone so you don't miss it. Let us know your thoughts on Bowyer down in the comments below. The lineup you want to see from him as well. Interested to see that one. But that's all from us today. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Hey, Ryan!